Hello everybody, we're just doing a little bit of short training on our new video YouTube, Tevo Leader. And I'm going to mention that I've been really discovering and researching what was First Church organic prior to the media, prior to the hoopla, prior to hierarchy, prior to what was really going on back in the day. And what I've found is something very suddenly, this amazing discovery. I've always wrestled with titles like apostle, prophet, all that. I know they're there. Everybody has instituted it, and it is in the Bible, bishop as well. But I was wondering how come in the last, all my life rather, and before that, the capital A representation, the big I, the big one person in charge of the apostle with the capital A, prophet, everybody sort of reveres. And I don't mean to take away or detract or come against. I'm saying we just didn't know. I didn't know. But as a person who happens to be an overseer, founder, work planner of a work, knowing that I am an apostle and prophet, I don't because we're trying to be like more servant leader and not famous or celebrity in our presentation, but realistic according to the Bible. And so one of the things I found is the discovery of a couple of things, and I'm going to teach more later, but did you realize that in the first church it was all mutual submission in the fear of the Lord, Ephesians 5:21, that means everybody from the offices to the elders, the lay, the leaders, and the marriages, males and females, and that there was no one-size-fits-all ministry, not one group or one kind of pastor or overseer, apostle in charge. There were no apostles in the gates of the city, which, makes you elect an elite. There was none of that. In fact, there was no hierarchy. There was no authoritarians in the first church. It was all mutual submission, and also Ephesians 4, if you want to read that. And Paul writes it, that it was all servant leader until 300 years later when Constantine sort of made it more organized, and they started the Roman influences, the Rome of aristocracy. If you read about the Roman patrician, that was the elite hierarchy, and hierarchy orthodoxy started at that time, also the devaluing and holding back of women. But my main point today is when I was researching all of this and more, a lot more, I found that when they used the word offices, I was asking about, using the word offices and titles, and it said it doesn't mean a title. We're not to call him an apostle as a title, but as a function. And when I heard that, I went, that's me. I feel comfortable now. I can say I'm an apostle. Not that I'm this, really a chief apostle. I function in that, but I don't have to have that title. I don't want it. The capital P prophet is out there, but listen, it was a functioning, and you can do that, and it's so freedom, and I'll talk more later.